that we are supposed to share before. So I was not able to bring everything together in our previous live broadcast. So please, as you're joining me, don't forget to click on like button. Give the video a thumbs up. So tell me where you're watching from. Comment. Let me know how many of us are here to watch. How many of us are here to support. Your comment is very, very important. If you can drop your comment, I will really appreciate that. So I did not notify us on time that we are coming live. So let me see how many of us that got the notification. I will just wait for just for a while and see. Okay, just a moment. Just a moment. Armstrong, I see you. I see you. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, good morning to you, Armstrong. Good morning to you. I know when we are live before, I know you maybe you were sleeping then. I know it was late hour. Yes. Excellent. What you guys see you. Good morning to you, or good afternoon your time. Depending on your time zone. So we are going to start immediately. So what we are here to discuss is something that a mega gift, you know, I shared some of his video in the past where he was attacking Israel about the activities of Israelis and Palestinians. All right. So he shared something very interesting, not about Israel this time, but why I refer that Israelis comment that he made. About 2 or 3 of his posts were going against Israel in the past, which I shared it with us. If you have followed me, if you have been following me, you must know what I'm talking about, because I discussed about it. I think in 2 or 3 of my videos we have mentioned that. So there's something that he said that I would like us to look into. Then you compare with the activities of them that are telling you that they are, they want Bafra and all that. I will start by this one. There's this lady, I think is a Bafra lady in US. Her platform, social media platform, is called, I think, I'm America. Yes, I think I'm America. So he shared a post that she posted on her Facebook, saying that a kind of giving thanks, celebrating that she's now an American citizen. She's now holding her green passport and all that. Then people from all over Nigeria were, sending her congratulatory message, showering blessings upon her, tapping from the anointing. Yes. Now, why I'm bringing this one now is because I told us here that if some of them in the US say something good, I don't need to come here to lie about it. I have to say that what they said is okay. Blue passport, okay, yes, blue passport, because green passport is a kind of a chance, a lottery. If I'm not, if I don't think if I'm right, but I think it is a lottery. When they say you have a green visa and all that, green passport is the one in Nigeria, but America is a blue. So this lady have her blue passport. Green card, yes, yeah, it's called green card. Now, yeah, you are right. Thank you for the correction. So this guy says something that to me is good, but he's not making use of what he's telling other people. Now let's read. He said she is a Nigerian. Listen, she is a Nigerian. This lady, I'm sure she's an Anambra, and from Anambra girl. Anambra woman. She posted, congratulations to me. I am now an American citizen. In less than 13 hours, she made this post. Over 9,000 Nigerians and non-Nigerians have congratulated her and made And many prayed someday they will be like her. What is the difference between those living in Nigeria and those congratulating her and those agitating to leave Nigeria and have their own country? I don't know if you understand what he's trying to say here. People that are saying, "Oh, congratulations to you for having for becoming an American citizen." God, I wish that I'm tapping from this your anointing. I want to be like you. I wish that one day I'll be like you. Those guys, those people that are wishing to be like this lady, and are the same people fighting you that you want to leave Nigeria. Many of them want to leave, and many of them are fighting to keep what they want to leave behind. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That's what this guy is saying here, and I think the post is okay. What is different between those living in Nigeria and those congratulating them and those agitating to leave Nigeria and have their own country? What is the rationale of congratulating those exiting Nigeria and castigating to those agitating to form their own country outside Nigeria? Millions of Nigerians are ready to sell their properties to exit Nigeria because Nigeria is frustrating every day. What is the difference between you trying to exit Nigeria and those trying to form their own country outside Nigeria to build a better place? Do you agree with me now that 90% of population of Nigeria today are agitating? Almost everybody wants to exit Nigeria. Stop castigating Bafrans and Oduduwa agitators. You are also an agitator. He attached it with a picture of this lady and all that. Now, let me show you the picture so that you just see the picture of the person that they are talking about. This is the lady. Some of you must have come across her page. She's a kind of doing all manner of things on entertainment and settlement of stuff on social media. Okay. Now I'm showing you this straight from Emeka Gift. Okay, this post is what she made, and this is the write-up that I just read out. This is it. Okay. My question and my concern, in fact, the reason why I'm bringing it out to us, Davis, I see you. Say hi. Name is Kai. Hi, my name is Kai. Your name is Kai. Okay, that's good to have you. So, people that are congratulating this lady for becoming American citizen and all that is the same people that will tell you that fraud. You understand? That fraud. You Nigerian cannot be divided. Nigeria must be one. Then when you post something that you are okay, that you are moving to Canada, you are moving to US, you are moving to UK, Germany, Finland, Spain, even some part of Asia. You understand? They will send you congratulating message. They'll be congratulating you. Congratulations. God have done it for you. May God God that they did this to you, may He relocate me. That would be their prayer. But as somebody who said, okay, I don't want to, let's not imagine if you have a country like America or Canada or Germany in Africa. Just look at South Africa. South Africa that don't even have what Canada have, you can't measure them. They are not in the same class. South Africa. But Nigerians are dying there. The reason why I did not broadcast about the video that is trending on how they're buying people, buying Igbo people on the street and the Yoruba people on the street of South Africa is because of the community standard of this platform. If you bring it, they will come after you. You understand? So, but I believe most of us have seen it. I keep on telling you, go and follow PM on Twitter. Go and follow him on Twitter. It is very, very good you do so. Because you see many things what we are discussing, you do not be a strange thing to you. The video there that is trending, which PM shared, are who? No Northerners in that video, in that people that but it's all about eastern and west, eastern part and west, and western part of Nigeria, which some people prefer to call them southern part. Now, why are they the victim? Because they are the most traveled people in Nigeria. So, in South Africa that don't even have anything, if somebody go to church in Nigeria today and say, oh, I have a brethren, thank God, I want to give a testimony and all that, help me, thank God, I'm here to share my testimony and that kind of thing, that God have done it for me and my family, we are moving to South Africa. All of them will be, wow, oh wow, thank God. In fact, they will start seeing you as a white man in that place immediately, because you already announced that you are traveling. You have not traveled, you are traveling, you have documents, you have your visa, you have everything, that you are moving to South Africa. People will be sending congratulatory message to you. They want to congratulate you. But the same people from IPOB, like Emeka Gibbs, who is now telling people, oh, you are now, you should, there's no, everybody's agitating. Agitating on what level? What about you that is attacking people that are agitating also? You keep on calling PM knowing fully well that he's not a knowing fully well that he did not steal anything from you, knowing fully well that he have this template on how to get that Biafra, on what to do to have Biafra. But instead of you to support him, no, you choose not to. You are attacking him, you are blackmailing him, you are calling him name, you are doing this, you are doing that. At the same time, you want people to take you serious. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these are kind of, to me, is a kind of hypocrite. It's a kind of hypocrite. And I would like to tell you what people said, let me read it out on comment section from this post that he made. Very much on point. Nigeria is made up of millions of hypocrites and lazy people. The same people that are like him, just understand what I'm saying. What he said is good, but the person that's saying it, is he doing the same thing that he's criticizing other people now? Yes, he's doing that. Because you are fighting, you say you are looking for Bafra. PM and Bafra government are looking for Bafra, isn't it? Why are you now channeling your focus is to bring PM down, bring Biafrans down, destroy with their effort in the name that you want to prove a point that PM is not doing it right? You that is doing it right, can we see what you are doing? The answer is no. You are nowhere to be found. Nobody knows what you are doing. Nobody knows even your plan. In next year, where do you think you will bring this agitation to? You don't know. Another person says, true, the myopic thinking of most Nigerians are the reason of the current situation we find ourselves. I don't understand what they're trying to say. Nigerians, you should know that Nigeria is not working today way. Some people are benefiting from that, or when they benefited from it, and then that they benefit from it will not even listen to you when you want to destroy it. So don't expect everybody to join you in what you are doing. But you that knows that Biafran is the best, Biafran freedom is the key. What are you doing? You are spending much of your time to attack those that are actually agitating. Nice question. Another person said, nice question. Who will answer? Because even some of them, even some of the professors who are congratulating her do not know that leaving Nigeria for US citizen is the same as leaving Nigeria to Biafra. It's not even the same. You see, it's wrong. It's the same to leaving Nigerian to Biafran citizenship. They all support those who live to other countries. Let Biafrans live too. But you cannot compare this lady holding American citizen to somebody holding Biafran citizen. One, America is a different continent to Africa, and your root is Africa. Biafra is located in Africa, and Biafra is more in everything. You benefit more in Biafra than America, because as she is now, that citizenship can be taken away. It can be. I'm not saying that. I'm not praying that she will lose it. No, I just want to let you know that you can lose your citizenship. That you hold country citizenship does not mean that the country cannot decide. Okay, I give you, then I take it. But if you come from Bafra, there's no way you lose it because that's your heritage. You can see the difference, and you are paving way for other Africans to do the right thing, to get it right. You are not only helping yourself as a Biafran, you are helping other surround countries, like other countries in that region where you are. So that's why Mazam said that Biafran is a light to entire Africa. When you hear that, it does not. It's not about bragging. It's about what it will bring, the evidence, the gain, what you stand to gain. Uche, I see you. You said you are doing great job, sir. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. So let us move to another thing, because this broadcast we are not going to waste much time. Let's move to another thing. I just want to share with us, because when you hear them talk, talking about saying something as if they mean good for Nigeria, for Biafra. No, they are saying it for something else. Then he have not stopped, pushing and preaching about Islam. Everything that we push Islamic movement out there, he used his platform to do that many occasions. And now he have this one. He said the International Union of Muslim Scholars, UMS, has urged all South African Muslims to vote for the ANC in this month's national election. Ibrahim Ezayat of the IUMS, this IUMS means International Union of Muslim Scholars. Okay, these people, okay, who said, representing the Council of European Muslim, says the Muslim world is very appreciative of the NAC government for their ANC government for their firm stance on and support for the people of Gaza and Palestinians. So Malami, is it Malami, the one that always talk, that South African man that is kind of vocal, that's claimed to be Pan-African and all that? This is his party. So Muslim of the whole world, Muslim of this world, are now throwing support to ANC. These people. The agenda is very, very clear. They are not fighting from one angle, they are fighting from different angles. And the annoying part is that Christianity are very, very, very deep in sleep. They have gone beyond sleep, normal sleep. Somebody should wake them up, to be honest. These people are pushing, trying to plant their own in every sector, just like Nigerians have succeeded in their own, putting Muslim ticket in Nigeria and all that. That is what they're doing. In Germany, they are pushing to have say. In UK, the same thing. In Melbourne, Australia, the same thing. They are pushing in every corner of the world. They are pushing, and it's not going to stop soon. So, says the Muslim world is very appreciative of the ANC government for their firm stance on and support for people of Gaza and Palestinians. The IUMS and other Muslim organizations visited the ANC headquarters in Lawton House in Johannesburg on Monday to express their appreciation for the ruling party's role in achieving peace in Palestine. They also meet with the ANC leadership, as if they will remember this ANC leadership and the current governor, president of South Africa and all that. They are not even a Muslim, but because they stand against Israel, that is why these people are supporting them. Supporting them does not mean they don't see them as an infidel. No, they are still infidel. But they're supporting them, temporal support for them to conquer, but they think they can conquer Israel. So for them to gain weight in the international community. the so-called Christians are allowing themselves to play this kind of stupid game. After playing it, you live to regret it. You live to regret it. ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa welcomed the endorsement, saying it was a pivotal moment for the party. It was a pivotal moment for Islamic world throwing their support to you, giving you the reason why they're supporting you, not because you are the betterment of South Africans, not the betterment of humanity, but your support for Gaza and Palestinians. Guess where I'm reading this from? From Emeka Gift, the Islamic international media from IPOB Nigeria. He is very, very vocal when it comes to pushing Palestinians and the Muslim world to everyone. He is using his platform to do it very, very well. Now, you that is a Christian, you that is not Muslim, what do you think? Use what is happening from your own region to know what they will do internationally. Only that Fulani people penetrated it through north, and the Fulani Hausa people allowed them to settle. Today, everything about Nigeria is being controlled by the same people. Everything about Nigeria is being controlled by the same people. Now, the issue here is not about what the Gift is saying, but in IPOB, is it the only Gift that is saying this, preaching against Israel, against Christianity, telling you they are fighting for Bafra? I don't know how they want to get Bafra out from Islam through Islam. I have struggled to understand it. It's so difficult for me. The US people are fighting their last fight. They are like a dying horse, gasping for water. They are all crying all over the media about their foolishness, greediness, selfishness, and wickedness and corruption. They're crying, but they keep on exposing themselves, and I cannot cease from telling our people how evil they can be. This person said, the time is coming when, this is from comment section, the time is coming when we all will cry for these Muslims. They are very radical. They don't care about human life. All their cases, all their case about them, I think all the case is what they want to say about dominance. Our people will hear it. And this person is commenting normally, but he failed to read between the poster, the person posting this. I tried to bring the one he posted about Israel in the past. I couldn't locate that post anymore because he always posts something. And but if I see you, Diana, you know that I just read your comments, so I'm greeting you. Eze Biafra said in the comment section, this is why African will never go to court for their own. Instead, they go for foreigners because Muslim will vote for Peter Obi. Peter Obi, he tie the sheet and dig dig Rafi as boho. I don't know what it means. It's okay. He dig Rafi as boho. Okay, Peter Obi is also just like the US people who believe they can get everything through alliance, forming alliance with Islam. Yet you are forming alliance, you turn around, you tell people that are not getting it right, that you know how to get it right. By getting it right, you are exposing yourself because it doesn't make sense. You are crying that the country is being, that corruption and nepotism, favoritism, all this zim is coming from the northern part, and you are promising them they are going to do better. Right? You are going to do better if you are being elected. Then you want to form alliance with the same people perpetrating that evil that you are criticizing. So how can you be trusted if that is what you think that you have to do to achieve those things that you are claiming that you want to achieve? Just like Emeka gives post and his effort to preach and push Muslim and Islamic agenda up there. All those things is why we need to be very, very careful with what we do with these people. Because if you think you are with them, you don't know that they have left you behind. So you have been abandoned and you don't even know what they intend to do. You won't know what they intend to do. All right. So I will share with us this information. Just as Emeka gives his preaching for, so like I said, as Emeka gives his preaching for Islam and pushing her to help Palestinians, some Muslims of this world understand what the agenda of the Arab world, all those Palestinian work and all those things, what they mean. What you are seeing here is a video of a Muslim person, saying it, setting the record straight, which I will play. But I want you to see the difference between this man and Emeka Gift and their and their group. Some of them think that when you talk about Bafra, you are asking for war, and the same people will still turn around telling you that Nigeria can never work, which is true. But what do? They will still tell you, oh, we need to form alliance with Muslim, that Russia will not help you, that these countries, those people will not help you, that if you want to become Muslim, if you welcome Islam in your midst, these people will help you to have your freedom. Now you ask yourself, you want to liberate yourself from Muslim to form another Muslim? I don't know. To me, I want somebody to explain how that works. I don't know. I can't just tell, to be honest with you. Now, I will allow this. It's just a short video, so you understand what people are saying.
Those raising the
Hold on.
Okay. Those raising the Palestinian flag. Where were you when ISIS was launched in the name of Islam and beheaded tens of thousands of Arabs in Libya, Syria, and Iraq? Why didn't you take it to the streets and raise their flags and condemn the terror and call for a ceasefire? Where were you when Arab dictators and terrorists killed hundreds of thousands of Arabs in Syria and Libya? Why didn't you take it to the streets then and raise the Syrian and Libyan flags and condemn the terror and call for a ceasefire? Where were you in the last decade when Saudi Arabia, backed by other Arab countries, killed and starved out more than 400,000 Yemenis, my country? I didn't see any of you take to the streets or raise the Yemeni flag or condemn the terror or call for a ceasefire. This calls for some self-reflection. When millions of Arabs are slaughtered by other Arabs, you say absolutely nothing. But when 7,000 Arabs are killed by Jews defending their right to exist, you revolt, you get angry, you raise the flag, you condemn the terror, you call for a ceasefire, you turn the world upside down. Why is that? Why were you so silent then, but so loud now? Dear Muslims, the world is scared of us. The world is laughing at us. The world is worried about us, and there are legitimate reasons for their worry that we cannot just deny. It is time to flush the word Islamophobia down the toilet and start looking in the mirror and ask ourselves, how did we get here? How come the biggest and most dangerous thriving terrorist organization in the world are Muslim? How come terrorists successfully use Islam to mobilize more terrorists? What is the problem with our leaders, our books, our imams, and our religion? Why do we keep repeating these Stone Age traditions that have failed us and continue to fail us? The world has left us behind. The kuffar that our imams and books tell us to hate have traveled to the future while we're still stuck in the Middle Ages, reading stories about Muhammad and his flying horse. You're watching this on your phone or your computer or tablet. created by these kuffars. The same kuffar that we hate so much have created most of the medicines that we use today. Medicine that our religion's crystal ball failed to bring about. The kuffar have moved forward and traveled into space. Meanwhile, we're stuck on Earth in the Middle Ages, going to our poisonous mosques every Friday, reciting the same chapters and the same stories of Prophet Muhammad. Why haven't all of these books and teachings led us to science and technology and medicine? We're stuck debating which sect is correct, which interpretation is correct.
So what the man is saying here is actually facts from a man from Yemen telling you the truth. Then you see a Christian telling you how Israel is the aggressor. They are the one pushing for problem. They are looking for war. That I have listened not so many voice notes. People have been sending it to me from these people from the US, their supporters, bashing on Israel. I'm not here to tell you that Israel is right or wrong. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you are being targeted, something that is pursuing Israel to fight them is the same thing looking for your own head. And if you are smart, what will you do? The enemy of a friend of your enemy should be your enemy. Somebody that is a friend to your enemy is automatically your enemy. I don't know why it's so difficult for us to understand. I can't just comprehend. You are fighting for Biafra. Why are we even fighting for Biafra? Is it not because of Islam, this Islam and jihadist agenda and so this nonsense they are doing? That's the only thing. Because you see that Nigeria today is so corrupt because of ideology of the people in the system. And for you to end this ideology, you need to distance yourself from that. You cannot fight it within because they have taken over the place. So many people don't understand why some of us are not, happy when you see the post of these people calling the head of Israel, calling, just like when they were signing petition against PM. Signing petition against PM, pushing, calling every international community. These are IPOB one family. People from one, it's not even as if it's Nigerian supporters, politicians, lovers of government and all that. We are calling for the head of PM. It is people that started it from IPOB. We saw a video of one man, even that he lives in Europe. I think he's in Finland. A Igbo man, an Igbo boy, celebrating publicly, just like what Joy Bugwe did the day they announced the kidnap of Mazin American. He on his camera to celebrate that the enemy is here. What are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? Most of these people telling you Biafran, they are very, very, very much in love with Muslim of this world. Now here is somebody from Yemen, a core Muslim, telling you because he has seen the truth. You see, truth does not know religion, background, where you come from. Once it is in you, it is in you. It doesn't matter your upbringing. If you are a truthful person, you are a truthful person. Whether you are black, white, whatever color, an honest person, just like an upright person that doesn't support anything evil, legality, and all that. It is very rare to see. This man here nailed it, and I would like to continue listening to what he said.
Kuffars. The same kuffar that we hate so much have created most of the medicines that we use today. Medicine that our religion's crystal ball failed to bring about. The kuffar have moved forward into space. Meanwhile, we're stuck on Earth in the Middle Ages, going to our poisonous mosques every Friday, reciting the same chapters and the same stories of Prophet Muhammad. Why haven't all of these books and teachings led us to science and technology?
So he's telling them the truth. Why are these books, all these things have not given you that freedom, that thing that you want? You want to be, you want to go, to have, to modernize your society and all that. The people from Middle East have civilized idea of Islam to compare what we are witnessing in Africa. That the one in Africa is the worst of them all. I think I've not seen even the Saudi Arabians, they are more civilized than what we are witnessing in Nigeria, where people are their agenda of leaders is to focus on child marriage. They want to marry children. They want to marry children 10 years. That's the target, to give them, support to have a better life. First thing they want to do is child marriage. So how can you survive with that kind of thing? How on earth will you survive with that kind of thing? Now, this is an information that I want to share with us. Just watch. What you are seeing here, what you are seeing here. No. Sorry about that. What you are seeing here is in Nigeria. Let me see if I can bring it for you. Look at how Nigerian terrorist states treat its poor citizens and see how other countries treat their own poor citizens. Being low financially does not mean they are not humans. Okay? Whatever you sow, that must come back to you. Now, let me take it back again so that you understand what the poster said here. Okay, you see? Now you are going to see how Chinese people, the same offense, the same crime in the society. You can see this man. You see what he's doing in the poor economy of Nigeria today. Now watch. The same offense, the same everything. You can see the difference. Now they are helping them to pack, telling them don't put it here, instead put it there, giving them free food because they understand what these people are going through. So next time, if these people see the police coming, do you think they will love their police? Do you think that they will love their police, or maybe if anything happened to their police, they will be prayed, they will stand against that thing? You see the difference? So good thing does not cost you much. You see the difference? But they choose to, in Nigeria, everything is by force, by fire, by force, by fire, by force. So I want you to listen to this before we end this program, because I want to prolong it. Like I said, I just want to make this reaction video and we'll come back again later. Maybe we're going to have midnight broadcast, but it's not a promise. But just subscribe so that whenever we come live, you will be notified.
All right, and finally, I made it to Isobo, right? Isobo in Cross River State. Bafra, Cross River State. Bafra, Cross River State. You can see here. This is Isobo. All right, it's been a very long walk. An exhausting journey. And financial intensive, capital intensive. So, we're we set up this journey since 2022, and this is the I would say the last Igbo, the last state that has the Igbo people. I keep telling you all that there are Igbo people in 13 states of Nigeria.
In 13 states?
Namely, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, which we are today, Edo, Kogi, Benue, Delta, now the 5 East states, which is Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia. So we are here today in Isobo, and keep on following us. Just
did you just hear that? In Nigeria, 13 states in Nigeria have Igbo communities. For those of the South, and the cross, I am a cross variant. I am don't bring your Bafra here. Don't bring, but you that bring our people to your side. How about it? No, people want to dominate. People want now. Who is dominating who? Between you that carved Igbo community are from Igbo land and from this Igbo 5 states of garbage, then between you and people calling their brothers to see, nobody said that all the community in Cross Rivers are Igbos, not Biafra now. Don't get me wrong. We are talking about Igbos. The difference between Igbos and Biafra. Now, you that is telling, oh, many of you, they are dragging people to this your Igbo thing. You are dragging in people. Don't bring this your Igbo here. Don't bring it here. What do you have to say now? What do you have to say? Because it is not clear. Because this guy, to be honest with you, is doing a very, very good job. He's spending his time, his money, his effort to make sure that he finds this truth. This truth that have been denied from, like me. When I watch this video, this is the first time hearing that there's Igbo community in Cross River. I was thinking that all of them are speaking their own language. But here is called Igbo community in that state, in Delta, in Rivers, in Benue. All this, even in Edo. That one, a few weeks ago, I learned that one. I wasn't aware from this man or this guy also that there's a community called Igbo community in Edo State. Who would have believed that? Now listen.
What you can do for us at this junction is to help me share this particular video. Share it to all your friends so that they will know. We are giving facts. We are bringing empirical facts, not hearsay. We bring you the facts from the land, from the place that we mentioned that there are Igbo people there that you don't know. Do you know about the Isobo people? Do you also know about the Ututu, right? Yeah, Ututu people. Yeah.
In Cross River, not only this Isobo, they mentioned more than 4.
And Ebora people, you know?
Ututu, Ebora.
Isobo, Ututu, Ebora, all in Cross River State. And they are Igbo people. They are Igbo people. There are a few others too. So, but then, our major concern, our major focus is the Isobo people. Isobo people. So, we are going there now. The time is already some minutes to 7. This is a journey that we set out since 7 a.m. in the morning. And, you know, check out the time. But just follow us, follow me. The journey continues. The journey continues.
Now, he set up this journey 7 in the morning and he couldn't even get there on time because maybe, let's say, because of road. But this to tell you that the landmark they're showing you on Nigerian map is a joke. They designed it, they just squeezed it. When you see it, you say, oh, it's just a few community, the land is too small. Then when they go to north, they expand it in the map. I have made this broadcast in the past and I keep on repeating it. I don't believe that the map of Nigeria, the size they show you that the eastern part is actually what it is. So how many hours did he spend from the so-called 5 states of Igbo land to this Isobo community? Do you know the journey? Do you know the distance? And this is part that they don't want to tell you. I have watched also another video where he made it clear that what happened in Asaba massacre that everybody is talking about, this is for people experience that during the Nigerian army went there, and these people were there waving leaves, greeting them, and they shot them aside. There's a lot of dark history that nobody know about Nigeria, and that could be the reason why everything is going upside down. Because you don't commit this kind of thing just cover it like that. No, nature will not allow it to happen. Nature will not allow it to happen. Many people need to follow the information and what is going on to understand what our people are going through. Sorry, I was not able to read the comment. The comment is not coming out here. Now I can see it from PC. Armstrong said Nigerian is a jungle. Sure, that is winning. That's the winning strategy. Exactly. Clement, during the Biafran War, Igbos ran to this state and settled. No, you see your own story. You see your own history. No, Isobo people are not immigrants or migrants or whatever you call it. They are. This is their own land. I just told you that when war was ending, okay, you are trying to tell us that Asaba massacre, what happened in Asaba, happened because Igbo people just ran there. What are you talking about? Clement, where are you from? Your comment is very, very laughable. You don't just bring fake information here, please. What you don't know is this. These communities, Igbo have never invaded any community to take people's land. Go and check history. It is you that are carving Igbos just to resize them because you are afraid of Igbos. Igbophobia is real, to be honest. People are afraid of Igbos simply because okay, I know that of Edo. Okay, I'm not aware of Edo. I just landed from this guy's platform. Chineye is here. Greeting to everyone. We greet you, my sister. I'm talking about Kogi and Edo. Kogi and Edo. I don't know about the Edo history. Kogi is not true. No. Kogi, Igbo were there. Do you know that Kogi share boundary with Yesoka? Clement, Kogi share boundary with Yesoka. This is not about to cross this river. No, you don't cross. It's land. And Kogi share boundary with this also one. This place that they're attacking, they're buying, is flying in Enugu State. They are sharing border with Kogi State. It is well, people. It is well. I don't know what you mean by that. It is well because Nigeria is a what? Okay, Nigeria is coming to an end. Okay. Clement, you may be right about. I don't know about Edo. You may win me in this one, but you see, the one of Kogi and the Toto people now and other places. No. Please retrieve your step from that one. Yeah, that argument, don't make it. Don't go there. The one of Edo, I can't start telling you that I'm sure of it. I don't know because I just learned that there's Igbo community in those states a few weeks ago. So how can I know the history? I don't have any history to back it up. But it's the one of Kogi. When I was growing up, Kogi people, I do listen to Kogi program in the southeast. They are in FM, in AM stations. We are playing. They have this program of Kogi people, Igala people. They are playing it there because these are people that you don't know they speak Igbo. There's one Yoruba guy that speaks Igbo fluently, that speaks Hausa fluently, that speaks Yoruba very, very well, and some touch of Spanish and all that. He's very good in people's language. He's having this kind of a program to unify the country and all that, which is very, very good program. Nigerians have talented people that would have been an instrument of making the country to work if Fulani don't have their presence in the country. Because to be honest with you, what destroyed Nigeria today is Fulani. Some people will say, "Oh, you are showing hate. You are showing hate." No, it's not about showing hate. It is a reality. It's a pure truth. Fulani are the issue. They are the problem. But that's a story for another day. What I want you to understand is this: when these people, want to reduce Igbo size, they will bring other people. Oh, let us do it because Igbos are dangerous. Igbos are dangerous. But Igbo are the one saving you from hands of Fulani from get-go. Go and check your history as well. People that are telling you Igbo want to dominate, they want to dominate. You ask them, okay, mention one community that Igbos have conquered in the entire Nigeria. As long as Igbos are living in the north, there's no community in the north that can come out today and say the Igbos, they lost also of their land because of Igbo. But Fulani are not even living in Igbo land. They don't even have, their company or anything. They don't have Asian houses there. Yet, they just come within 1 week, they want to take land. They want to grab. That is people that want to take your land. Ignoring them to talk about the Igbos is foolishness. So I was telling you about this Oduduwa guy that speaks different languages, that try to unify. He always interview people that can Igbo people that can speak Hausa, speak Yoruba. So I love to watch his program, to be honest. But what this guy don't know is that no matter how you do it to bring these people together, who have final say about Nigerian existence is Fulani. They have in terms of decision making. I'm not talking about the God decision. No. Armstrong said Fulani are definitely the issue. They are the issue. They are the issue. It is we, like some of us that are from Igbo, we are as blind as you that from other place, other nationality, that you grew up listening to people telling you that Igbos are the cause of the war. They want to destroy Nigeria. Nigeria was very, very peaceful. Nigeria was moving very, very nice. Nigeria was very, very okay. You don't know that before something happened, intelligent units of every nation have that intel. If they don't have intel, they'll have to go back to strategize to know why. They will blame themselves. So when the intelligent units understand what Fulani people, with the help of their father called Tafa Belewa, what he was doing, what do? They have to act on time to stop them. That was what happened, and the coup took place. And you that don't even know what happened, you started blaming them. Oh, why do they are buying this ethnic cleansing? The people that know what they did, what happened, tell them go and buy their people also, because they are buying you. That's why people foolishly join hands to buy Igbos in mass. And stupid Igbo people, after buying you, still go back to north to start doing the same thing you were doing before. That is where I have to fault those Q guys. Okay, why? In some cases, you don't hide information. That's why there are some things that you don't need to hide, even in a family. There are some things, if you hide it in the name, you don't want people to know this. To you, it will cause more problem. But you don't know that when you tell them the truth, the real problem, they will use it to stop it in the future occurrence. Many of us don't know this history. If not that this man, God kept him alive for a very long time to compare the age people are living now. He died, I think, it's something of close to 90. So this Owatweg, the video that he made, he explained it there. This is what was going on. This is what the intention of Ahmadu Bello and the politicians then. They want to do this. And those crew guys did it for Awolowo to take place, to become president of Nigeria. Not even an Igbo man. But who suffered it? The Yorubas, out of their own lack of information, they don't know what the reason why did that coup happen. They were running head-to-head in Oduduwa land, seeking for help. Even the man said that because he was in charge of one barrack in west, he said he opened barrack for Oduduwa people, women and children, to come and take refuge in army barrack, protecting them. Whereas the intention of the army chiefs then were for those officers to fight these people, to create fear in the West, so that Western Awolowo will never have any say in politics anymore. for Ahmadu Bello and his group to take over and bring jihad to Atlantic Ocean. For you to see how determined they are after the coup, after the war, that ideology is still there. They did not learn from that because the war was just like a liberating instrument for them to move to the next level. Obioma said, click the three dots in front of your phone and you will see the like button. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, guys, if you have not liked the video, please, you are not doing us a favor. If you don't see the like button, do what this our brother said. Try it and see if you can get it. Owen Palace said, my brother, thank you so much for telling them the truth. You too much, brother. Keep it up. Thank you so much for your comment. I really appreciate that, brother. I tell you, people don't want to hear the truth. That's it. So, guys, like I said, I wanted to end the program. Then I don't know when I say, when I stress it more. So let's end it now, please. Okay, we are going to be live again. I will definitely try to squeeze my time to be live again. We are going to have probably midnight broadcast. All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning time according to your time zone, especially our brother Armstrong who is still in his morning. Please, before you go, like, and like I said, I have another platform, backup channel for this one, so you can support me there. Go and click on that. Go and click on subscribe button on that channel. It's called Kai Report Clip News, and I want you to please, even I keep on making this announcement, but some of you ignore to help me on that. I'm begging you. I'm not instructing you. I'm not commanding you. Don't think that I'm saying, oh, you must go and subscribe for me. No, I don't have the right. You have every right to do what you want to do. Do what you can, and I'm begging you to subscribe to that platform because I don't want to be caught up in this very platform. You guys, all right? So, in case if you are looking for the platform to subscribe, I will share the link here again in this chat so that you yourself, if you have not subscribed, you can go there and just click on it, and it will take you straight to the platform, to the backup channel. This is backup channel. Please subscribe there. Chineye MC, please, Chineye, subscribe for me. Click on this. Owen Palace, go and subscribe there. Obioma, do me a favor and subscribe there. And Clement, you guys should help me subscribe on this. It doesn't cost you much. Just subscribe there. Thank you so much, and see you again. We are going to be back again. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye for now.